Hi, and welcome to my little intro on my PowerPoint for teaching the subjunctive in my classroom. This is just a quick little run-through that I made to give you an idea of what I might do. I would start with le subjunctive, the first page, and I would begin by an introduction mentioning that the subjunctive is a verb tense that often occurs in French, and reading what I have on my tile, and then I'd click and I'd show off that the que and the subjunctive part are what's important in this one, and then I would pull out my little dazzling pull tab and I would show it an example that matches up with my picture. I might ask them to guess what the sentence might be to begin with, because we would have discussed the il faut que. Then I'd go to my next page. And I would begin with the formation. For all irregular verbs and many irregular verbs, subjunctive is formed as follows. Étape 1. And I would show them the different stems. Now remembering, of course, that when I'm using my smartboard, I also have a pen, so I can highlight things, I can draw on my board, and I can do other things along the way. This is just a sort of starting point for our discussion. Once we went over the étape 1, the step 1, then I would show étape 2, and I would show how the endings worked. Then I would do some practice, and the way that this works is they can pull a subject, and then they can pull the verb in, and then we can find the correct ending. They're often very wowed by this, and I like it because it allows us to try a whole bunch of different ways, and then I could get the students up and get them practicing that. After we had done that, then I would go to the second part of the formation, which reminds them that that's the regular form, but sometimes there's verbs with spelling changes, and they have two separate kind of forms in the present tense, and that these same stems would take place in the subjunctive as well. So I would start by showing them the verbs that they were going to need to know, and we would look at that, and I might do some examples with them, and then I would show them how the endings fit on exactly the same way. And then once we had gone over all of that, then I would do some practice having them come up to the board and conjugate orally, and sometimes we would write them below underneath when we did that. And then that ends my presentation. Thank you.